Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe
And Monroe. That gets me every time.
Lucky we're not in the shower then.
Why do girls always get stabbed in the movies?
I think it's a metaphor. Having said that, I'm an equal opportunity stabber.
Oh, pointy. How very noble.
And on that note, what's next, Monroe?
It's on the schedule, silly.
I know that. I'm just making it sound like you have a choice.
Okay then. What shall I choose? Let me see. I choose Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams
And Nightmares.
with
No, wait.
Poe and Monroe.
I choose Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity
No, I've changed my
Shop.
mind again. I choose Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams
And Nightmares.
with Poe
Excellent
and Monroe.
choice, Monroe.
I didn't have one really, did I?
You always have a choice, Monroe. But that doesn't mean you can change things.
Do you think anyone's listening?
Of course, we're the only radio station in August.
And if you're just passing through, we mean August the town, not the month.
What else are people listening to?
Radio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each other?
But we have something they don't.
What's that?
You.
Shush, Poe, you'll get tongues wagging.
Indeed. Talking of tongues that wag, we have a caller. Are you ready for a dream?
My whole life.
Frankie, you're live with Monroe.
Hi, Frankie.
What a beautiful voice you have.
Well, thank you. I think all voices are beautiful. What do you think to Poe's voice?
I hate it.
Okay. So, what's your dream, listener?
I'm in August, and wherever I go, all I can hear is the radio. It's everywhere. It's loud and relentless, but there's this bird. She cuts through the noise and guides me. I listen to the bird, and I fall blissfully asleep.
That's very interesting. People dream about their surroundings a lot. And a dream within a dream? That's nothing to worry about either. What do you think, Poe?
I think you have a hardcore fan, Monroe. What did the bird look like, Frankie?
Beautiful. Angelic. But it's trapped in a cage. A prison. But there's only one warden. And the warden is weak.
There's a warden.
Another bird. With a rumbling voice that makes me angry. It plumes its feathers, but my bird? The one that calls me? She's not interested in him.
And she's caged.
Monroe, this is obviously a prank. He's talking about us and trying to be funny.
But it's a dream.
I never said it was a dream.
Well, I think we've had quite enough of this.
Listen to the warden jangling his keys. Don't you see he's imprisoned you, Ellis?
Well, Frankie, we don't use our first names on air, so I'm just gonna stop you there.
Dreams
And Nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe.
And we'll be back with more dreams and nightmares later. But first, August, how about a short, dark tale to chill the nerves? And we're clear.
Well, that went well.
Indeed, just another totally normal person calling into our show.
I don't know how we attract them.
I do.
How long is this story?
It's just a quickie, but if you'd like it longer, there's plenty more I could queue up.
I can still hear you.
Sorry, Frankie. Thank you for your dream.
Thank God he told us.
That could have been awkward.
Very. Maybe I'll just have a cold shower.
What's that?
This? Oh, it's nothing.
What is it?
It's nothing.
Give it to me.
How long is the break for?
Give it to me.
All in good time, so how long?
3 minutes?
Okay, I'm going to make some tea for us. You stay here.
You're making tea for me.
I do it all the time.
What's going on? Give me the note or I'm leaving.
Of course, we must have continued drama, mustn't we, Alice?
What's that supposed to mean? I'm going to kill you. What the hell, Poe? Why were you hiding this from me?
It's just some psychotic listener, that's all.
Frankie?
Not necessarily. We have lots of psychotic listeners.
How can you joke about this as a death threat? It's clearly a death threat.
I knew it would upset you, but I'm an old hand at this, Alice. People see you as a celebrity. It makes them do abnormal things, but they're just normal people.
When did you find it?
Someone slipped it under the door.
Just now?
Well, yes, but it's nothing to worry about. We've been getting them for the last few weeks.
Weeks?
Maybe a month.
So that could be a killer behind the door.
Maybe, but never when I've looked.
Poe.
It isn't locked, Alice. People can just walk in anyway.
Poe.
There. I told you it was nothing to worry about. Tea?
You're not going out there. You're going live.
Understood.
I think I'm gonna go home.
Don't be like that.
How could you keep this from me? I thought you cared about me. What if I'd been killed?
You know I'd never let anyone hurt a single hair on your head.
Well, that's not entirely true, is it?
I don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean. Let's not get into that now. We're back with our listeners in 3, 2...
You'd have been a sacrificial shish kebab if it wasn't for me.
Oh, Poe, that sounds like a great story, but it'll have to wait, because we're back with our listeners and more dreams and nightmares.
Okay, who's our next listener? It's Frankie again.
Put him through.
Frankie, you're live with Monroe.
I didn't finish what I had to say.
I'm sorry about that. You can carry on now.
Sometimes the radio gets too much. It makes me frustrated. So I go into the belly of the beast, and I hide, and I listen, and I wait.
So this is a dream that breaks into other dreams. Of course, there are no segues for dreams. Poe?
The belly of the beast. Have you been leaving messages, Frankie?
Yes, John. Yes, I have. Have you been getting them?
What did the messages say?
I'm going to kill you.
I see. And why would you dream about wanting to kill me, Frankie?
It's not a dream, John. I'm coming for you. And Alice.
I don't think you are. I think you're spinning us an impish tale, Frankie. You write your little notes and dream your little dreams, but you're not brave enough to act on them, are you, Frankie?
Poe, stop it!
What are you waiting for, Frankie? We're sitting ducks. Don't worry, Monroe. He's just bluffing.
Don't!
I'm not hiding, Monroe.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Hide. Hide. And scene. I hope you enjoyed, fair listeners. Everything you just heard was an elaborate fiction. The first of many fictional dramas on dark nights with Poe and Monroe. It's done. It was self-defense now. We will never talk of this again. Ever.
Let's just go.
When I was 12, my father died. He was riding his bike to work and he got hit by a bus. A school bus. My school bus. It was all over very quickly, but I was at the back of the bus and I could see everything. He didn't move, didn't get up, died instantly. But the image of it somehow stayed with me.
You think?
It doesn't anymore. I couldn't tell you what it looked like. Mother told me a secret. There's a way that you can make your memories disappear.
Can you make today disappear?
No. But you can. Pick one of these. Now hold it tightly in your hands and close your eyes.
Now what?
Think of your most troubling memory from this evening and imagine the object you're holding is there. Picture it so you can see it.
Okay.
You have to make yourself believe that the object is there.
Okay, it's there.
Now open your eyes.
Now what?
Throw it away. When you throw it away, it will take that memory with it.
And if it doesn't?
It definitely will.
Finally tonight, police are appealing for anyone who might know the whereabouts of 35-year-old veterinarian Francisco Bilson.
Mr. Bilson was last seen by his wife a couple of nights ago at around 7 o'clock before returning to his office on Chaucer Street. Please contact
The August Police Department if you're able to help. And that's your August update with Poe.
and Monroe.
So what's next, Monroe?
Nightmares and dreams.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe.
Are you okay?
I'm not feeling that well.
But we do have a caller waiting.
I'm sorry. Maybe some other time.
Don't worry. I'll take this first one.
It's Frankie.
Don't mess with me, Poe.
It is Frankie.
Put him through.
Frankie, you're alive. Frankie, you're live with Monroe.
Who is this?
It's Frankie. Thank you for what you did.
Frankie? You're... What did we do?
You gave me peace. Thank you. I was doing bad things. I've done bad things.
What have you done, Frankie?
Locker number 9 at August train station. Her head's in there. The dogs ate the rest of her.
You've killed someone?
No. I've killed people. The other girl is behind the gym in an industrial bin. She may be gone now. I liked her hair.
Why are you telling us this?
Because I want forgiveness, John. And because the police will never find me now, will they?
Sorry, listeners. We're going to have to cut to a break. You're dead.
I am dead. You buried me, don't you remember? But I'll be in touch. Soon.
Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Our funding's running out, isn't it?
Months ago.
How do we pay it back?
A radiothon.
In bed with Poe and Monroe.
Lurkers, if you're out there just lurking, then give us a sign.
It's Millicent.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary.
If the station shuts down, I don't know what I'll do.
You're safe now. Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe. Our funding's running out, isn't it?
Months ago.
Poe! How are we still here?
My rainy day savings.
You can't use that. That's for you and your family.
No, you're right. Think of it as a loan.
Okay, well, how do we pay it back?
We send a seed of hope out to Lady August, and she blossoms it into fruitful returns.
Or we could have a fundraiser.
Yes, a radiothon.
I'm thinking a 24-hour sponsored broadcast. We could call it In Bed with Poe and Monroe.
You think people will pay us to sleep together in bed for 24 hours?
No, silly. You're not allowed to sleep.
Did we really need that camera?
Yes, Poe. It's proof that we stayed here for 24 hours.
Under the covers or on top, Monroe?
Oh, you're such a gentleman, Poe. But I like being on top.
I'm sure you do.
Because I'm the boss.
Yes, and because it's been 12 hours and you haven't got under the sheets yet.
Oh, you're so observant, Poe. You're like Sherlock Holmes.
Here we go. Welcome back, listeners. That was The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. We're now halfway through the show, and it's time to take your calls.
I can't see any callers. Is it working properly, Poe?
It is the witching hour. Maybe everyone's gone to bed.
So, we're totally alone.
Oh, we could have lurkers.
What do you mean, lurkers?
People that lurk but never join in. They're probably out there right now.
You mean listeners, right?
Lurkers, if you're out there just lurking, then give us a sign. I should take this since nobody's listening. Hello, darling. Yes. Yes. No, I said I wouldn't be home for that. No. No, 24 hours. All at once. No, I'm not sleeping. We're podcasting. Okay then. Ta-da.
For anyone still listening, that was Poe taking a call from his wife.
Monroe, as far as the listeners are concerned, I'm single and available.
Yeah, you act like it too.
What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. Lack of sleep.
Well, it's for a good cause, remember?
Sure. How much have we raised?
Well, thank you, lurkers.
We couldn't get scared without you.
Indeed. I'm getting a very strong sense of déjà vu. What about you, Monroe?
If you mean, have I ever been in bed with someone expecting greatness and then been sorely disappointed, then yeah, I'm getting déjà vu.
It's that positive attitude that brings all the donors to the yard. Speaking of, dear residents of August, please keep donating. Whatever you can afford. Let us keep making radio for you.
There. We've got 15 minutes. What shall we do?
Bathroom.
Of course.
Freshen up, go back in, be a queen. Be a tired, hallucinating queen.
Monroe, you femme fatale.
I'm feeling pretty sleepy, actually.
Your lips, so luscious. They're making me think things I should not.
Well, lucky that's there then.
Ah, yes, the camera. A tiny piece of glass with an imaging sensor that protects us from evil.
Are you okay?
Comfortable?
John, what are you doing? We'll be live in a minute.
Look at you. You're perfect in every way. And I can never have you.
Okay, Buster, that's enough. You're gonna get my irritable just woken up side if you're not careful.
You're not going anywhere, Alice.
Stop being creepy. No, this can't be happening.
There. We've got 15 minutes. What shall we do? Did you fall asleep? It's only been 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yes. You look like you've seen a ghost.
I had a nightmare.
Dreams and Nightmares with Poe and Monroe.
No. It was real.
Are you okay? Do you want to stop?
I'm fine.
Sleep deprivation, it can play tricks with the mind.
Yeah. I guess.
So, 15 minutes.
I need the bathroom. Again.
Again? Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, Suddenly there came a tip.
She doesn't love you.
Who are you?
You know who I am. It's Millicent.
I just need to make a call. It's broken. Why?
I'm not leaving you again.
Please leave. Now.
Make me.
This isn't real. I'm dreaming.
I've always admired your brain, Edgar.
Am I dead?
No, not dead. Just resting.
Are we in purgatory? Or hell?
Oh, Poe, always so fascinated by the macabre.
Bad dreams. Just bad dreams. No. No. Fine. You don't want to be a door? That's not right. Poe?
So you think I'm Edgar Allan Poe?
You are. And I'm Millie, remember?
I'm really not sure.
Well, let me remind you. This is what you wanted. You want to be him.
Millicent Brand. You used to own this building when it was a halfway house.
Halfway between heaven and hell.
You died in a bath. Suicide. You slit your wrist.
You told me to do it so we could be together.
No, it's got nothing to do with Edgar Allan Poe. These stories are getting mixed up. Your halfway house was a front for illegal sex workers.
It was an honest exchange for services.
This was the 19th century. There was no honest exchange for anything back then.
And you think there is now? Edgar, please, stay with me.
Poe? Poe? Poe! Is that you? Poe? Oh, thank God. Where are we? What's happening? Is it a dream? What are you doing with that?
There. We've got 15 minutes. What shall we do?
I can't believe you did that.
What?
Come with me.
Where? We've got 15 minutes.
Come with me.
Alrighty. Where are we going, missus?
Poe? Are you really Poe?
Course, Governor. What's the jig?
Poe. This can't be happening. Poe?
Monroe?
Who is she?
That's your question.
Yes, that's a bit strange, Alice. Perhaps should have led with, why are we tied up?
Well, I thought maybe you could ask that. A lover's kiss, Edgar. Isn't you are not up to snuff?
What's she talking about?
She thinks I'm the real Edgar Allan Poe.
Well, you are named after him.
I'm not Poe. I'm Poe.
What's the plan, Poe?
Get out. I feel so weak, Alice. The rope's too tight.
I'd rather you stayed tied up, to be honest.
What? Why?
She doesn't care about you.
He's been killing me.
What?
Killing you, controlling me. He wishes he was Edgar, but he can never be. Never be.
That's why he's killing me?
No, that's your dream. You think he's killing you, smothering the person you could be.
Don't listen to her, Alice.
I'm so tired.
I'm happy it ends this way. With you.
I'm frightened, Poe.
I love you, Monroe.
I love you too, Poe. Do you hear that, Poe? Do you hear it? John? John, we need to end this. How do we get out of here? Poe! Poe! We need to go quickly.
Fire.
I don't know. Tell them what happened, Poe.
It's ghastly, really. Do they need to know?
Yes, they do.
All right, then.
Good boy.
Monroe and I almost passed away last week from carbon monoxide poisoning.
But we didn't. Yay.
That much should be obvious. Our central heating system became blocked and started backing up carbon monoxide into the building.
But lucky I got that detector, eh, Poe?
Yes, indeed. But not so lucky for the young raven stuck in the flue.
What?
I didn't want to tell you because it's not very nice. But since you asked, the blockage was because a young raven had become stuck in the flue.
No. What happened?
From what the insurers could make out, it got stuck and then its mate came in after it. Both of them died together.
That's so sad. Everything dies.
Well, they're together now. Somewhere in distant Aden. But in our realm, they will be nevermore.
Let's change the subject. How much money do we raise for the station?
Actually, the insurance paid out quite a lot of money. It seems the installers had also been negligent by not including a protective barrier on the flue, so...
So the ravens died to save our show?
Yes, you could say that. Or a bungled building job almost killed us. So, glass half full, I'd say.
Agreed. Perhaps we shouldn't spend so much time in bed together, Poe.
Do you really mean that?
Perhaps. Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Yesterday in the August update, you said that Joe Watts had gone missing.
He'd gone to a friend's house after school and hadn't come back. So what are you saying?
We work the case ourselves. You be good cop, and I'll be bad cop.
Yes, I'd like to report a kidnapping, please.
What are we supposed to do?
I don't have lines between the dots. I just see the final picture.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe.
Caller on line 3.
Is that a bad thing?
I changed the number after Frankie. He's the only one that knows it.
Frankie's dead. We imagined all that.
So we take the call then? Who is it?
Hello?
He will die if you let him.
Frankie?
The boy... The order you do things is important. I've seen them all.
Is this a prank? Frankie's dead. Who is this?
Listen, just listen. She will lie to you. She will get away. She will kill the boy. You can't change that.
What are we supposed to do?
I don't have the lines between the dots. I just see the final picture.
I don't like that, Poe.
Me neither. And here's Yvette on line 2.
I love your show.
Thanks, Yvette. I love your accent. What's your question?
My question is, do you care about people?
That's a strange question.
It's an AMA, Monroe. Ask me anything literally means ask me anything.
Yeah, I know. But do we care about people? Yes, of course.
Speak for yourself, Monroe. I'm an animal lover myself.
So you don't care about people?
No, I do care about people, just I care about animals more.
So you care about animals more than people?
Present company excluded, of course.
So that's a yes and a no.
Wait one moment, Yvette. So if I was crossing the road at the same time as a cute bunny, and you could only swerve and save one of us, you would choose the bunny?
Probably.
You'd probably save the bunny?
Well, hypothetically speaking, we're saying a toy bunny had animated itself and was crossing the road, and I could hit you or the magical bunny.
Oh my god, Poe, it doesn't matter. You'd run me over to save a toy bunny.
Well, how fast am I going, and what are your odds of surviving?
I'd be dead. Well, this is a whole side to Poe I've never seen before. Does that answer your question, Yvette?
Yes, I think so. I do have another dilemma.
Maybe we can help, Yvette.
I'd rather not say on air.
That's all right. Happy to help. It's about time for a short break anyway.
Stay on the line, Yvette.
We'll be back in 5 minutes to answer more of your AMA questions. Until then, here's something slightly more interesting instead. We're off.
Yvette?
I've got a hostage.
A hostage?
He's a boy from August High.
Why is he a hostage, Yvette?
I had a crush on him, but he turned out to be unpleasant.
So you kidnapped him?
No, I drugged his drink.
Is he okay, Yvette?
Not really. He has not woken up yet. But now that I've spoken to you, I'm probably just going to let him die. I like animals more than people anyway. Like Paul.
Yvette, I was joking with Monroe.
Thank you for your help.
Did you get the number?
No, it's withheld.
Maybe she was joking.
We should call the police just in case. Tell them what was said.
Really? I'm not sure.
Why aren't you sure?
I don't trust August police.
They're the police.
Exactly.
We don't even know who's been kidnapped.
Yes, we do.
We do?
Do you even listen to yourself reading the August update?
Not really. I normally drift off.
You drift off?
I imagine myself at the opera. I'm on stage, and there's this beautiful young lady in the front row. But she's dressed like a cat.
Okay. Let's circle back to that another day.
So what are you saying?
We work the case ourselves.
That boy could get hurt.
Not if we hurry up. Yesterday in the August update... You said that Joe Watson gone missing.
Ah, yes, I remember. He'd gone to a friend's house after school and hadn't come back.
What are the odds that Yvette has got Joe hostage?
Almost as high as Yvette not being her actual name.
I know the headmistress from the high school. Maybe we should talk to her.
Or maybe the parents. They asked for the story to be run.
Okay, let's meet the parents.
You have news about Joe?
Is Joe still missing?
Yeah, missing. Since yesterday.
We thought it was a prank, but we had a caller on the radio, a girl. She said she was holding Joe hostage.
Live on the radio?
No, we were off air.
Good. Have you told the police?
We thought that should be your decision.
Thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
Are you going to call the police then?
I'll have to think about it.
It's not always a straightforward decision, Poe.
Although the police are supposed to be equipped for this sort of thing.
If that's all, I've got an early start, and I'd like to have some thinking time of my own.
I do think it's a mistake not to call the police.
Thank you for your opinion.
If you're not going to call the police, you might as well let Monroe and myself look into it.
Just tell me if you find out anything.
Of course.
Can I ask a few things?
Sure.
Can you tell us a bit about Joe?
He's good. He is good. He did a marathon last month to raise money for Dorothy May.
Dorothy May?
Yeah, she's an 80-year-old with an acoustic neuroma. He helped her with it. He mows the lawns for the old folks around here for free. He's really good.
Any reason someone might want to hurt him?
I've been thinking about this over and over again, and I just can't think of anyone who would.
Is this Joe?
Yeah, that's Joe.
Can we take this?
I'd rather you didn't. That's the only one I've got.
Sorry. Of course.
Do you think his dad killed him?
You think Joe's dead?
If Joe is dead, I bet his dad killed him.
He's just upset.
Why isn't he out looking for Joe himself?
He's probably over the limit.
He didn't seem that drunk.
Functioning alcoholic. I tried that on for a while.
Really?
We haven't got time. Come on.
Sorry, yes. What's next?
I think we should meet the head teacher now.
Where else is there to go?
Are we breaking and entering?
Did we break anything to get this far?
No. All the doors were open.
We could search the whole school.
Deserted school's creepy.
Agreed. The register is for a Miss Clay, and Joseph Watts is one of her pupils. Where do you think Miss Clay resides?
Who knows? Maybe she's staying at August Guest House.
Sorry, it actually says here, August Guest House, room 6.
Oh.
Well, you did very well, my love.
Guest house it is then. Miss Gallagher owns it, doesn't she?
I have no idea who that is.
I'm gonna talk to Miss Gallagher. You find Miss Clay.
Why don't I talk to Miss Gallagher, and you find Miss Clay?
I don't trust you talking to other redheads.
How do we know Miss Clay isn't a redhead?
Because she'd be called Miss Scarlet?
Sound reasoning.
Just go. I'll meet you back in the car.
Hello?
It's Alice. Alice Monroe?
From the radio.
Yeah, from the radio.
What brings you here, Miss Monroe?
One of your guests, actually.
Well, I'm happy to chat, but you will need to help me strip.
Oh. Okay.
the bed?
Yes, of course.
We need to strip the bed.
Yes. Sorry, that's
How I do it at home.
I'm assuming this is about Miss Clay. She is my only guest.
Yes, the school teacher. One of her pupils has gone missing. Well, being held hostage, actually.
Hostage?
We had a caller on the radio. Someone calling themselves Yvette said that they'd taken this boy, Joe Watts, hostage.
Watts? Oh, yes. The family's been in August for a long time. They manufacture and sell fireworks, of all things.
I love fireworks.
Ghastly things. All that metal in our drinking water makes my thyroid throb just thinking about it.
They're fun though, right?
If you're an unethical hedonist,
I will Google that when I get home.
do.
Did you ever meet Joe Watts?
Never met him. August High is a grammar school, though, isn't it? So, presumably, he's clever enough or rich enough to be there.
And Yvette?
Yvette. Yes, I did have an Yvette stay here last year. I think her family were just passing through, though. Her mother was an electrical engineer for a big television company. She did fix my reception, though. Do you think that's her?
Was she Britishy?
Oh yes, Britishy. That quintessential accent of the United Kingdom.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
It's okay, Miss Monroe, I'm just teasing you. No, she was Russian.
Yvette had a French accent. If you think of anything that might help, please give me a call at the radio station.
Surely you want me to call the police if I notice anything?
I'd rather you called us first, if that's okay.
Do the police know what's going on?
His dad doesn't want the police to know.
Very well, then. I shall do as I'm told.
Thank you. I know we're gonna find him.
Hello? Yes, I'd like to report a kidnapping, please.
Well, I didn't get much out of Miss Clay. She said Joe was a litter bug.
So she's an eco-warrior.
Yes. I wish we could have recycled our meeting, actually. How was Miss Gallagher?
Kinda dominant. I liked her.
Maybe I shouldn't let you hang around with other redheads.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Let's circle back to this later. Did she say anything useful at all about Joe?
She said Joe's parents sold fireworks.
I suppose that could be useful. Anything else?
She said the only Yvette she knew was Russian, and an electrical engineer, so I'm guessing that's not our Yvette.
Did she say anything about Miss Clay?
Not really. I probably should have asked more questions. I got distracted.
Seems we're out of leads. I'm still up for visiting the headmistress again.
We could drill Miss Gallagher some more.
Give it up, Alice.
I'm trying.
The headmistress, then?
Miss Gallagher?
Denied. Let's see Dallas Umber.
Want to play good cop, bad cop?
Do we have to?
Okay. You be good cop, and I'll be bad cop.
You're going to rough her up?
No, just if you think she's not telling us everything, leave it to me and I'll get the goods.
I'm not going to lie.
I would. She's coming.
Can I help you?
Miss Umber, I was hoping you could help us with the missing pupil.
Told the police everything yesterday.
We just had a caller this evening, claiming they kidnapped a boy. Any idea where he might be?
Missing.
So that's it? There's nothing else that you can tell us?
That's it.
Miss Umber, is there something you're not telling us?
No.
Very well then. We'll be on our way.
Poe! Wow, good job.
She said she's told us everything. There's nothing else to see here.
Wow.
Thank you for your time, Miss Umber.
Wow.
Good night, Miss Monroe.
Wow.
Yes, you can do more of that in the car. Let's hurry along.
Wow.
Well, we're at the guest house.
Wow.
Come on, Monroe. You know I'm a gentleman.
Thank God for women, then.
I'll talk to Miss Clay.
Fine. I'll talk to Miss...
Good luck, then. Let's hope Miss Clay is less frosty.
Any news on Joe?
No, I'm sorry. I actually had something to ask you.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not sure how much use I'll be, but go on.
Are you married, Miss Clay?
No, I don't believe in it. Anyway, like I said, I never settle anywhere for too long.
Where was your last school?
This is my first appointment in quite a while, actually.
But before that?
Well, this is my first appointment ever.
I see. Does Miss Umber know that?
Yes. It's on my CV.
And your CRB checked?
Yes, it's called DBS now. I'm clean as a whistle.
Sorry, I just wanted to check.
Well, teachers don't usually get employed with criminal records.
And you had no other jobs before this one?
I've had plenty of unpaid fundraising jobs. Not usually something you put on your CV.
Fundraising?
Yes, oceans, rainforests, some small charities you've probably never heard of.
And they're all environmental charities?
Yes, Mr. Pope. The Earth needs saving too.
It's funny that you said Joe was a litter bug.
Why?
Because that's something that must upset you, considering your choice of charities.
Do you think I'm a kidnapper?
No, you don't sound like Yvette. Just trying to make connections. Miss Clay doesn't seem to know about anything, unless it's an eco issue.
Maybe you're just not prodding her in the right places.
You're welcome to talk to her, too.
We don't have time, Poe. The good news is Miss Gallagher gave me a name. Wesmarie Bolton.
Excellent. And the address to go with?
Hunger Lane.
Off Beaconsfield Drive. I know it.
People don't normally want to hear what I have to say.
We do. We want to hear about Joe Watts.
If I tell you what I think, I'll topple my meds.
Well, we don't want to get you in trouble. Just tell us what you can.
Don't be silly, Poe. We're not going to tell anyone. You can tell us anything. It's okay. You can trust us. We're from the radio.
It's Miss Clay. She ran this after-school club, Green for Life. I was in it. She made us make a list of those with the most environmental impact in our class. I did it. It was me. I made the list. Joe was third on it and the third person to go missing. You have to help him. You need to.
It's okay. We're gonna help. You just need to take a breath.
She'll have him in the woods. At Howell Park. You have to hurry. She'll kill him if they don't pay.
A ransom?
His parents. He is being ransomed. if they pay, she'll donate the money to charity. It's sick. It's gone too far.
And what if they don't pay?
I don't know. I left when I saw it.
What did you see, Wes Marie?
Miss Clay. She was turning him into trees.
A dryad.
A what now?
A dryad. Someone who's part human, part tree.
We need to go.
How, Park?
Yeah. Where's Marie? Where's Marie? You did good. We're gonna save Joe. You wait here and we'll be back. Joe!
Joe!
Joe?
Joe! Joe! He's alive. Only just. We need to get him out of here.
Miss Clay?
No, she's not here. You're safe.
She's a tree.
It's okay, Joe. We're going to get you home.
You're both.
Monroe, we have a fan.
I'm just trying to untie you, Joe. Can you stand up for me?
Monroe, help, please.
It's okay. It's okay. I can walk.
Steady.
Miss Clay did this.
She kidnapped you.
Yeah. After school. In her car.
You got into her car?
She offered me a lift. Didn't think I'd end up being tied to a tree.
How long have you been out here, Joe?
Just today. She said this was the end.
Who?
I was blindfolded.
Was it Miss Clay?
No. It was a French girl. A French girl was helping Miss Clay.
Let's get you home.
Joe's sleeping.
The important thing is that he's safe.
And I'm 50,000 poorer. I'm sorry. I'm glad he's back. Thank you for getting to him so quickly.
You didn't tell us there was a ransom.
Well, there was, and I paid it. They said he'd be in the woods.
Did Joe say anything about who kidnapped him?
He said it was his teacher, Miss Clay.
Nothing about Yvette?
There was a French girl that was helping her. He didn't see her.
I'm just glad he's home.
Do you think they'll catch Miss Clay?
Only if she wants to be caught.
Do you think Joe was ever in any real danger?
Probably. There's still 2 missing students.
I thought environmentalists loved the planet, including all the humans on it.
I think most of them do. They're always fanatics, Monroe, in everything.
I'm going to plant a tree tomorrow, in our yard.
Maybe we should look into solar panels.
Can we even afford next month's rent?
It's not next month yet.
Do you think the whistle means anything?
I blew one and couldn't hear anything. It's some kind of dog whistle.
We never found out who Yvette was either.
Some things will always remain a mystery, Monroe.
À table, Yvette. Au moment, maman. J'ai fait mes devoirs.
Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
We have a special treat for you tonight. Madame Baratsky claims to have helped hundreds of clients discover their previous selves. Monroe, are you ready to meet your past self?
I was born ready. I'm Elizabeth. That's what you were going to ask, isn't it?
Dark Nights
with Poe and Monroe.
Dark Nights
with Poe and Monroe. Maybe we should have a safe word.
If you're worried,
I'm worried I won't like it.
then we should definitely have one. What do you think, Miss Baratsky?
It's Madame.
I'm sorry, Madame Baratsky.
You must feel relaxed. So if a safe word would help, then yes.
What should it be?
Clown. Thanks, Raspy.
Raspy?
That's what Poe calls him.
It's how he talks. Places, everyone. And we're live in 3, 2... Welcome back. As promised, listeners, we have a special treat for you tonight. Madame Baratsky is a past life regression therapist who claims to have helped hundreds of clients discover their previous selves, from ancient Egyptian concubines to Cold War spies. Welcome, Madame Baratsky.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, it wouldn't be our show without my better and more beautiful half. Say hello, Monroe.
Hello, Monroe.
Monroe has bravely volunteered to be put to sleep by Madame Baratsky this evening.
You make it sound like euthanasia.
She's going to wake you up again. Aren't you?
Of course.
Remind me again why you couldn't do it, Poe?
Dodgy knee. In just a moment, Madame Baratsky will put Monroe into a trance.
I prefer hypnotic state.
Into a hypnotic state. And we'll ask her to describe what she sees. Later on, we'll be taking your calls. Have you lived before? Do you remember any past lives? Or is it all just a money-making racket? Let us know. Monroe?
Yes, Poe?
Are you ready to meet your past self?
I was born ready.
Let's hope you were reborn ready. Madame Baratsky, take it away.
Now, Miss Monroe, please relax. Close your eyes and focus on the sound of my voice. Listen to nothing else but my voice.
Madame Baratsky has started the regression process.
Focus on your arms. Feel how heavy they are. Feel them sink into the chair and pull you into the deep, deep dark. Let the darkness consume you. Good. She is fully relaxed and suggestible. Now you have crossed into a life you have lived before. Do you remember who you are?
Yes.
Monroe says she can remember a previous life.
Shh.
Do not rush. Let the world come to you. Let it reveal itself to you. Let the world envelop you. Step into the world and become your former self. Now tell me what you see.
I'm Elizabeth. That's what you were going to ask, isn't it? Being right. It's a gift and a burden. Where's Dr. Decker? He's gone sailing. Weird. I've been coming here for months, and I don't really know anything about him. What did he tell you about me? Ah, my drinking problem. Yes, that's my cover story. Actually, I probably do drink too much. Let's play a game, Doctor. You're very accommodating for a therapist. You think of something, and I'll get it. You're thinking about waves, like the ocean. Don't say anything. I mean, you haven't said anything since you arrived. Do you believe me now? That I can read your mind? Good. You believe me? I lose a lot of friends right about now. Something happened at work. The dry cleaner's in town. I can't switch it off. As soon as I lock eyes with a person, I get their thoughts. It's like tuning a radio. If I look at someone, I hear their thoughts. Anyway, there's this guy who walks in with a suit. It's got a stain on the trousers near the zipper, And all he's thinking when he drops them off is, Sharon can't pick these up, Sharon can't pick these up. So he starts screaming at me that he needs the hour service or he'll have me fired. So I call the manager. I guess Sharon, who he doesn't want to pick them up, is his wife or girlfriend? Either way, he clearly doesn't want her to see the stain. But Sharon is also the name of my manager. I call Sharon over anyway. Sharon! Sharon! This guy's face is a picture, but he's holding it together. Sharon comes over preoccupied. She's thinking about the washing machines. She is the manager, so she normally does that, but this time was different. She was thinking about Nisha, spinning away in one of them. Nisha? She's a part-timer, waiting to start uni. Sweet looking, but salty. Anyway, the store manager hears shouting and comes over. The customer, let's call him Ed, says that we shouldn't be advertising something we can't deliver. Says he's a lawyer and he'll sue us. The store manager, whose name I intentionally forget, says he'll sort it out. Sharon, in the meantime, has gone ashen. I lock onto Sharon's eyes, and I see it again. Nisha, spinning away in a machine. At this point, I'm guessing Sharon has a fantasy about killing her? Ed finally gives in, throws his suit at me, and leaves. The manager looks at me and says, "Can you work your magic hands over his trousers?" He's thinking of me topless, in a hot tub, but with way bigger breasts. And some other things I'd rather not remember. Knowing people's thoughts eats your soul. Fine. I guess I painted the picture, you might as well think it. Thanks for letting me wear a bra, though. They're still too big. Anyway, I take it round back to start working on it. And that's when I see her. Nisha. Like a ragdoll in a hurricane. Just spinning inside this big machine. Her face smashing against glass and metal. Blood pouring out of every opening. She's a mess.
Can you see any jewellery? A ring, maybe?
Yes. A ring.
Good. I need you to get it for me. Do you understand?
I understand.
Well, this is fascinating, August. We'll be back with more of Monroe's past life in just a moment. What's going on?
I'm helping Ellis uncover her past.
Why does she need to get this ring?
Oh, it's just a technique I use.
I think you should bring her back now.
It would be dangerous at this point.
Then do it at whatever point it won't be.
Quiet. I'm trying to concentrate.
Sharon's in a psychiatric hospital now. They arrested Sharon for Nisha's murder, sentenced to 18 years, one for each of Nisha's. Is that enough? Maybe murder should be punishable by death. People don't change, do they? They just get worse. I did see Sharon once after the trial. She didn't talk. But in her head, all I could see was Nisha going round and round. Her mind was literally stuck like a broken record. I watched the trial from the gallery. Not many people made eye contact with me, but Sharon did. She wanted to die. Really die. I don't think she killed Nisha. Sharon's defense. She said Jared killed Nisha, the Umbrella Man. Jared's the Umbrella Man. It's a nickname. We were on a works do and it started raining, and then Jared pulls out this tiny umbrella out of nowhere and then gets handsy with any girl stupid enough to duck under it. Hence, Umbrella Man. Sharon's fingerprints were all over the machines, and her husband was having sex with Nisha. That's all the jury needed. Nobody saw her do it, though. She just didn't have a good enough lawyer. People with money get away with murder all the time, though. Don't they? Is there anything rich people can't buy? Nisha worked for Sharon as a housemaid. That's how she met the husband. It's so cliché. Nisha was desperate for money, and he was desperate for attention. I never told anyone this, but Nisha charged Sharon's husband for sex. I mean, she said she would have done it anyway, but since there was a chance of getting paid, I don't think Sharon knew. Would you pay someone to have sex with you, Doctor? I'm not offering. I just like throwing out the occasional risque question and then reading people's minds. You get the truth that way. Nisha was good at cleaning. What can I say? Often I'd go to the back of the machines to hoover the lint trays out, and Nisha was there with Jared, hoovering away already. They closed down the store for a while so the real cleaners could come in. They got rid of all the blood. It wasn't just blood. Her skull had split open and was grating against the metal drum. Some of her teeth. Sorry, Doctor. What did you want to know? Sharon's fingerprints were the only ones on the machine. Actually, hers and Nisha's. The police thought she'd struggled against the machine, trying to fight Sharon. Nobody heard anything, though. Berg, Perchloroethylene. It's what they use in dry cleaning machines. But Nisha didn't drown. The spin cycle broke her spinal cord, so she was paralysed for a few minutes while her face mashed into everything. Shock probably got her first. Yeah, dry cleaning machines have huge locks. There's no way of shutting yourself in. You really have to get a friend to help. Or manager. Nisha kissed me once, so I slapped her. We were in the machine room. She said she'd got something in her eye and would I take a look? So I did. Her irises were lovely and big, dilated. And while I was looking, she just kissed me. But her mind, it was beautiful, shimmering. And then when she kissed me, it all fell away. All that was left was shame, fear, repulsion. So I slapped her. What did Nisha think about? Nisha thought about Jared a lot. She hated him, but she also wanted to sleep with him at the same time. It's pretty common. I'm sure there's an interesting scientific term for it. Yeah, angry sex or anger sex. I'd probably take either right now. Nisha was asking for it, wasn't she? I mean, if your partner's cheating on you, you murder their fling, right? Doctor, you'd recommend I'd kill someone? I'm pretty sure that's not in the rulebook. I think Jared killed Nisha. I told you about the Umbrella Man. She hated him. But in a lady doth protest too much kind of way. Maybe he killed her. I saw Nisha's body in the machine. Her eyes were still open, crying blood. But I looked into them and there was peace. Nothing else. Just peace. I'm allergic to nuts. Is this definitely normal milk? It's banana milk. Okay then.
What's happening?
Shh.
Monroe. She's dying.
Only in one of her lives.
What?
Her previous self is dying. Miss Monroe is perfectly fine.
God damn it, make it
You can go in after her. Just sit down, please.
How can I go in after her? I'd have to get in her brain.
I'm very good at what I do. Sleep. There's a good boy.
You want to see my ring? What? I don't remember wearing one. Shall I take it off? There's something written inside it.
Most extraordinary. Does it have an inscription?
421010000. Jared, the Umbrella Man. He's weird, like a spider. Sharon ducked under his umbrella that time, and his hands slithered around her body and kind of rested under her breast. Everyone knew he was touching it, and Sharon just gave a weak smile and wriggled away. I tried to read his mind, but it was like a stereogram. His facial expression didn't change. Nothing. It was like he was wrapping his arms around his prey. He didn't seem to be particularly enjoying touching her breast, just for science. Jared's mind was a mess of coloured dots that didn't make any sense. I never knew what he was thinking, ever. There's only one other person I know that's like that. Yep, Dr. Decker. His mind's also mush. I actually came here today to tell him that I don't want any more sessions. He creeps me out. Jared quit after the murder. Well, so did I, to be fair. Well, I've kind of quit everything now. You can't just think of a question mark. If you've got a question, let me have it. People get like this. Flustered when I can read their mind. Cat. I agree. Cat. I already said that Jared killed Nisha. Or something did. Do you believe in the supernatural? Jared killed Nisha. I don't think I'm safe here. I saw it happen, but I couldn't tell the police. They were in the back room, Jared and Nisha. were kissing. And then she opened the door to the machine. She just got in. And Jared, he shut it. He didn't have fingers. He had... I can't. And the kiss. His tongue. It was a giant worm. And it just slithered from his mouth into hers. I tried to catch Nisha's eye. But it wasn't her. It took her over so quickly. It's thoughts I've seen. Doctor, I'm sorry, I need to go. I'm being raped. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry.
In an hour, you'll wake, as if from some deep sleep. And I'll be gone.
That should cover it. I'll see myself out.
Dr. Decker.
On that note, here's a message from our sponsor that you're sure to enjoy. Police are looking for Miss Baratsky. It's a shame she didn't stick around.
Was she even licensed?
She came highly recommended.
From who?
Herself, when she knocked on the door yesterday morning.
You let a complete stranger take over my body?
I didn't know what she was going to do.
I feel so violated. I can't even tell our listeners.
We were robbed. She literally took my wallet and your purse.
I know. That was everything I had.
And that wasn't all she took.
What else is gone?
My adoption papers.
What?
My adoption papers are missing.
I didn't know you were adopted.
Well, I am. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Sorry, Poe, I wasn't suggesting that.
It's unsettling when someone takes something so personal.
Just who does she think she is?
A past lives travel agent who robbed us whilst we were dreaming.
But it wasn't a dream. You were there. You and me.
Yes, just like Wizard of Oz. Maybe the reason the people looked familiar is because you made it all up yourself.
So, are we dreaming now or is this real? I can't tell anymore.
Want me to give you a squeeze?
No, this is real.
How can you be so sure?
Because in my dreams you're much more of a charmer.
And richer, I'd imagine.
Too soon, Poe. Too soon. Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. You're live on air, Line 1.
There was an animal in the road, howling, like a wolf.
He said it was a hairy animal.
Size of a man.
And the moon was full. We're going werewolf hunting.
I'm Casper Light. You have to stay away from Wolf Lane. I'm sorry. You have no idea what's at stake.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Monroe. with Poe and Monroe. Bless me, Father Poe, for I have sinned.
Again, Monroe? It's only been a week.
I know. I just can't stop myself.
What is it this time?
I've been lustful.
Monroe, I'm shocked.
Lustful for our listeners and their dirty, dirty secrets. I just can't get enough of them.
Hear that, listeners? She's insatiable.
I really am.
You'd better not leave her hanging. Phone in now and tell us what naughty things you've been up to. In?
Confession booth.
Now remember, callers, no last names, no... No strings attached and no consequences. Just call in to confess and let us absolve you of all of your sins.
It's cheaper than therapy.
And almost as effective.
This isn't blasphemous, is it, Monroe?
God.